welcome everybody. Randy Replay. Excuse me. Randy Replay. Back at it again. All unpleasantries aside, it's border battle number 4 in this franchise, and my heavens, is it the biggest border battle we've ever seen. The last home game of the season for the Vikings, and it comes down to the NFC North. If the Vikings win, they are NFC North champions, claiming the North, and quite possibly bounce out the Packers from playoff contention. And as we see, the Packers are back in the playoffs, back down to the 5th seed. Oh boy. The Cowboys have now stuck in to the 7th seed. The Falcons are back in at the 6th, and then the Aints and the Cardinals, a flip-flop. Aints are now 3. In the AFC side, we do have some movement. The Chiefs go up to the 3rd seed, and the Texans now fall to the 4th. So a couple bird teams back in it and in it as well. But your Minnesota Vikings is still number 1 seed in the NFC side. And if the Vikings win today, they are the first team in the league to clinch a division. As everywhere else, it's pretty close. We'll take a look at the injury report like we always do, and then get you ready for a kickoff here today. Vikings, my hashtag must be nice. No injuries to speak of. Words are hard indeed. And same thing for the Packers. I do believe we did this last week, but always good to double check. So no injuries. Both teams are at full strength here in this ultimate a border battle here. We're going to call it Super Border Battle number 4. It's for the division. And at least for the Packers, their playoff.
It's Britney, bitch. It's Britney, bitch.
Oh, there it is. It finally showed up. Hey, I don't know why it's doubling up. It's kind of annoying. But Dumpster, thank you for the sub. 1 month. Oh, snap. Sheesh. I appreciate you. Keep that in. Yeah, we got to keep that in. It's Britney, bitch. At least for the Packers, it's for their playoff life. Kickoff. We're just going to get right to it. He's next. Well, hello and welcome everybody on a very, 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 very important Sunday. Border battle number 4, the Super Border Battle. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers come to US Bank Stadium, hoping to play spoiler and stay alive in the NFC North standings one more week. But Minnesota, Kings of the North, reigning reigning defending NFC North champions, the Minnesota Vikings, looking to end that dream for the Packers today, wearing the best football jerseys in Randy's eyes. The 2000 throwbacks. They look very, very clean and very good, especially with that man completing almost 66% of his passes, Patrick Mahomes, and a host of other Minnesota Vikings. We didn't get to it in the pregame, but we did re-sign a couple players. We let a couple players go. We're going to get into all that after the game. For the Packers, 48 sacks on the season. They have had our number here in that stat line. So looking to mitigate that sort of damage are the Vikings today. Mahomes moments ago getting his team ready for this important game. The ball is on the tee. The players spread out like they normally do. And we are ready for football. Oh, boy. Greg Joseph's left hand is in the sky. He approaches the ball, and kablowie, we are underway here from US Bank Stadium. Will be another touchback, something we're used to seeing. And Aaron Rodgers coming out onto the field now. Get his numbers. Pretty good, 39-69. Nice. 36 touchdowns, 18 picks for number 12. Expected to be his final year in the NFL. For the Vikings, very important to establish dominance on the defensive side early. Rodgers from the gun, gets the snap, throws right, tipped. It will be Javon Holland on the pass breakup. And the first throw by Rogers will be an incompletion. Owen Papel will move back. Rogers from the gun gets the snap. Flush, throws it. Left side caught. Okay, throwing away Vikings like they're nothing, and it's a first down Green Bay. It'll be Tyler Johnson, former Viking. Rogers backpedaling, so dangerous. Now he's in the gun. Aaron Jones to his left. The snap is corralled. Throw to the aforementioned Jones. He will not get the first down. Close. That'll bring up 2nd and inches now for the Packers. And Minnesota's kind of bleeding the yardage here. Nearing the 50 is Green Bay. Rogers will get the snap. Minnesota rushes. Throws. It is picked off. Tyson Campbell's chunky chicken noodle soup. And the Minnesota Vikings have turned over the Packers. 14:01 left to go in the first. And Tyler Johnson turned around, not expecting the ball. Rogers flushed, had to throw it early, and Tyson Campbell will take care of the rest. Mahomes, his numbers for the season, 59-04, 55 touchdowns, 29 picks on the campaign. Now, one thing we do have to talk about is the guy who kind of disappeared in this defense, Trayvon Diggs. He is nowhere to be seen. And now I'm kind of wondering, is Tyson Campbell the guy over here in Minnesota? Talking to the offensive line is Mahomes, waiting the snap. He gets it. Looks, throws. TJ Hawkinson right side, first down. He eludes a couple tackles, stays on his feet, carries a defender more. Up to the 42. It's a 16-yard gainer for 87. So kind of a weird rollout. Got out of it, got around another guy. And TJ Hawkinson, of course, is not going down easy indeed. As we have Vikings fan line chats coming in, hot and heavy. Go back into the darkness, retreat, says directed towards Aaron Rodgers. Dalvin Cook, first carry of the game left side, will just get about 4. Okay, they're going to give him 7. Last week, 35 for 167 and 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook, number 1 running back in the NFL in terms of yardage, entering play today. That's what I'm saying. Why aren't I? What am I doing with my life? So now Mahomes from the gun. Snap is corralled. Looks left, throws left, caught. That'll be Smith and Jigba, the rookie, left side for about 6. Okay, they'll give him 5 and a Minnesota Vikings first down. You heard the Baru, Jackson Smith and Jigba. The resurgence of the rookie Adam Thielen's departure this season is expected as he's going to retire. So he wants to go out on top, but my heavens, what a draft pick for the Vikings from a year ago. And Dalvin Cook up the middle, he'll go nowhere, losing 1. So tough sledding for Dalvin so far. That's Rashawn Gary doing Rashawn Gary things. High formation for the Vikings, 2nd and 11. Snap is corralled. Mahomes under pressure, and he goes down. Oh my gosh. And it's Rashawn Gary again. He's going to give us some trouble here today. And they just get right through the line. So, right as soon as Mahomes turns around from the play action, he's got 2 guys barreling down and nowhere to go. So now Mahomes from the gun. Not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you 22. You just make it easier for Greg Joseph. Snaps corralled, throws right to the defender. And you gotta wonder what he saw. Quez Walker on the pick. Oh boy. Now there's floating it, then there's getting it over a defender. I mean, that one just floated too much on Mahomes and it was picked off. So Minnesota turns over the ball again. Gets the snap. Looks. Throws wide open right side. And he's brought out by Javon Holland. And oh my goodness. So a first down for Walker. Wide open right side. And Trayvon Diggs is not playing. He knows he's going to be gone. Pending a franchise tag, he doesn't care. He's mentally checked out, and it's become very obvious. Aaron Jones up the middle, touchdown Green Bay. At one point, the best cornerback on this team has now disappeared. And Andrew Booth Jr. is getting a better stat line than Trayvon Diggs now. Let that sink in. Either way, Aaron Jones touchdown. Minnesota down 7 pending the kick. We await it. Snap spot kick is good. 7-0. Just needed to stretch that ball across. Needed 12. He got 11. And that'll bring in Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Looking to pin him deep here. Kalen Barnes, great speed. Will get the ball down to the 3. So Kalen Barnes trying to block the Packers player from picking it up, making sure it doesn't go in the end zone. And I do believe that is Cam Bynum, if I'm not mistaken, with the touch down at the 3-yard line. So here we go. Minnesota, very, very important not to overcommit here. High formation. Give Jones. Jones will not go down. My heavens. It's 6 yards. This is a 3rd and 10 here now. Very, very important 3rd down here for Minnesota. Rodgers looking, throwing, caught, nowhere to go. Aaron Jones will get 5, and that should force a Packers 3 and out. So a good defensive stand by the defense, only allowing 17 yards, give or take. And here we go. Tyler Harrell, fair catch called for off the punt, and a very good decision. Another 3rd down here for the Vikings. Rodgers from the gun. Snap corralled. Throwing middle, caught, and Aaron Jones will get in for the 2nd touchdown of the quarter. I mean, there's nobody that can tackle out here today. Aaron Jones will score again for the Packers. And, oh boy. Yes, to make it 14-0. Green Bay, snap, kick, it's all good. So that'll trot out Greg Joseph. Minnesota trying to get the first points on the board here. Just to make it 14-3, 42 yards right hash, it's all good. Rodgers from the gun now. They call a blitz, and it's Eric Kendricks starting the tackle party. And guess who? Trayvon Diggs will show up, making the tackle to keep Tyler Johnson behind the line to gain. And the Packers are going to go for it up. And Packers are going to go for it up on 4th down. Rodgers under center. Snap corral given to Aaron Jones. He goes nowhere. Guess what? Sorry, Packers. We will stop you forcing a turnover on downs. There's just no way. Gain of 2. Mahomes under center. Snap corral. Throws middle. Caught Jelani Woods. There is a flag. This one will be added. We're going to get it near the 1-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Roughing the passer, and okay, so we'll get it at the 3.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down indeed. Minnesota's best chance to score right here. Mahomes from the gun. Gets the snap. Quick throw. Caught. TJ Hawkinson. Touchdown Vikings. So don't call it a comeback, but pending the kick, this will be a 4-point game late here, 2nd quarter. And this orchestrated drive by the Vikings will end with at least 6. Greg Joseph to kick us to a 4-point game. It's good. The 10-play, 64-yard drive ends in a touchdown, and we got a game now. Minnesota one's down 14-3. Excuse me. There's the kick. Expected to be another touchback. And Minnesota now, your defense has to go to work. Hard to see. Kendricks on the tackle, and now they can just move the ball with ease here. Rodgers from the gun. Give to Jones. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. Oh boy. So 2-minute warning coming across here. Rodgers throws incomplete. And now it will be 3rd and 6 here for the Packers and for the Vikings defensively. Both teams will change the play. Rodgers will go back under center to the original look. Minnesota moving pieces around. Rodgers snap corral. Minnesota sends pressure, and it's incomplete. Actually, it's a completion to Miller, and Trayvon does his patented Diggs dive and misses the ball, and this will put Rodgers inside the 10 as he comes out in the shotgun. Snap corral, looking, flushed. Rodgers chase, throws it away. Andre Carter giving chase. So there you have it. Rodgers from the gun now. Gonna Peyton Manning this thing again. Late to the right side of the ball. Rodgers throws it up. They're wide open. He steps out of bounds. Oh my heavens. So almost a blunder. And there is a booth review. This will not stand.
Previous play is under review.
As he was completely out of the end zone here. 1 foot is in the white paint, as you see. So this is just a check, just to make sure. And we'll get the call from the official here momentarily.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ruling on the field stands as we thought it would. The Vikings drop Brian Asamoah back in coverage. Rodgers from the gun. Snap corralled. Looking. Rodgers throws. Picked off. Who? Trayvon Diggs. He finally shows up in a game and gets a pick. His 1st and 4. And Trayvon Diggs comes up in the end zone. He decides he wanted to play today. So Trayvon Diggs will keep the Packers out of the end zone, at least for now. And now if you're Minnesota, you have an opportunity to go up before you get the ball to start the second half. Mahomes, rather, from the gun. Snap corral. Throws it. Caught by Njigba, nearly off the ground. And Minnesota will take a first timeout. Finally, a realistic score, yeah. So no JJ on this play. Mahomes from the gun. Snap corral. Throws it for Njigba. Caught. Minnesota takes their second. And yeah, Jelani Woods out there as a wide receiver. Interesting strategy. Now Mahomes from the gun again. Snap corral. Looking, throwing, wide open. Njigba left side goes out of bounds, and my heavens, what a drive. He does the Macarena. A backflip. First down Njigba. Also had JJ down in the vicinity. He drew the majority of the coverage, and now Minnesota, where has this offense been? Mahomes from the gun. Snap corral. It is Njigba again. Minnesota will take their final timeout. And we got a good little rookie down here on the field. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Mahomes from the gun. It's a play action. It's a touchdown Njigba. Not a play action. It's a pump fake, and Njigba beats his man. And 4 straight catches. And Njigba gets a touchdown for Minnesota. Ooh, just over the head of the defender there. I do believe that's Stokes. And that is a touchdown for the Vikings. Oh, goodness. This to make it 17-14. Kick is away. It is good. So after the pick and the subsequent 6 or 7, Rodgers from the empty set. Throws, okay. Oh boy. So that was a weird look. Either way, it is a catch. Rodgers from the gun again. Jones to his right. The snap corralled. Rodgers throws middle over everybody. Fumble! Picked up Lewis Seen. Lewis Seen will give us the ball back with 39 seconds and an opportunity to add 3 if we really needed to. So there you have it. Lewis Seen, as Skull Chance rained down, will corral the fumble forced by, looks like Javon Holland. This thing's going to be reviewed.
Previous play is under review.
So maybe a premature skull ejaculation as he was down. Yep, there goes the knee, there goes the ball. So Brown will get the catch. It will stand. And, oh boy. A premature skull ejaculation coming across the board here in the second quarter. So the Packers will keep the ball. Don't know why they took a timeout, but they did. And here we go. Review would have stopped the clock. Rodgers from the empty set. Waiting the ball, he gets it. And he's just wide open. He's wide open, Noah Brown. And they will go back up by 4 pending the kick. I don't know how he's that wide open in a man coverage. And there's the snap spot kick. It's up and it's good. 21-17. 38 seconds left to go. First half, border battle number 4, the most important of this franchise. And it looks like Minnesota just wants to get to the half and get the ball back here in a matter of moments. So 21-17 at the half. Minnesota down for the majority. And we'll be back third quarter, but first we'll take a look around the league and see what else is going on. We got a good game in the works here for the division and for the Packers playoff life as of now. We're counting down the proverbial seconds, and there you go. Halftime in Minneapolis. Now for the Vikings, whatever you tried doing, it's not working, so you got to get something else going. 21-17. Close game at the half. We're going to take a look around the league. Excuse me. As we normally do. And in Atlanta, the Falcons down to the Lions. Sam Darnold with a touchdown. Jared Goff 2 in this one as well. Algier 4 carries, no yards. Hopefully he didn't leave with an injury. Oh boy. Going a little bit north in New York, it's New England and Buffalo. Patriots beating down on the Bills. Mac Jones 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen just under 100 yards in the first half. And then New Orleans Saints at Carolina Panthers are all knotted up. At least for now. CJ Stroud versus Daniel Jones. Oh boy. Loud blitz and they get back there, thwarting any sort of chance at that play. So now Mahomes will send Dalvin Cook as a wide receiver left side slot. And Mahomes will now stand in the empty set. Gets the snap. Throws. Caught. Touchdown Vikings. And we do not get a gritty. Instead, I think he's urinating. I actually think JJ urinated on the football. Oh boy. So a not safe for the Kitties touchdown celebration by JJ. Another touchdown on his year. And Mahomes is third on the day. Kick is away. It's good. We got a 3-point lead. 10:50 left to go in the third. Here, you got to preserve him for playoff football. Mahomes from the gun. Snap corralled. Looking. Flushed. Throwing. It's intercepted. And Adrian Amos will bring it all the way back. So a pick 6 for Mahomes, his third of the day. This will make it a 4-point game. Snap spot kick. It is all good. So 28-24, 8:15 left to go here in the third. That'll stop the clock just with 2:04 left to go here in quarter number 3. Rodgers from the gun. Jones to his left. Waiting the snap. Throwing, and it's picked off. Trayvon Diggs, his second of the half. And there you have it. Minnesota gets the ball back, and all of a sudden, Trayvon wants to play. Nice. Yeah, PI on them, dude. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Very, very important 3rd and goal, I might add. Mahomes from the gun. Snap, Corral throws right side, and Jigba touchdown. Inside the pylon. Touchdown in Jigba. And he'll do the wavy, hanky-panky. Oh, my heavens. And Galvin is right in the face of Mahomes. Either way, and Jigba will score his, I do believe, 5th touchdown of his career. And this to make the 31-28. Kick is away. It's good. 31-28. We got a bowl game. Dexter will thwart it. And now Minnesota, you got a good opportunity. Don't waste it. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Rodgers gun. Gets the snap. Looking. Flushed. Rodgers goes down. Fumble. Sack fumble for Danielle Hunter. The Packers will recover, but it is a massive loss. Harrison Phillips and Danielle Hunter split a sack. And Andre Carter was there as well. He slides in celebration. And my heavens, Minnesota Vikings defense the last 2 drives coming into their own. Finally, 4th and 21. No fake punt again. Tyler Harrell back to return. He just gets about 4 yards, not even. So Patrick Mahomes and company. What do you got? We're going to find out. Mahomes from the gun, empty set, gets the snap. And as soon as he's getting the ball, there's somebody in his grill. Come on, block up there, you guys. That's what I pay you for. Mahomes from the gun. Snap, Corral. Looking. Picked. Throw it over the guy. Now Rodgers under center. Jones the single back. He will get the snap. He will get the call. He'll get 2 yards. There's no throwing it over defenders in this fucking game. Rodgers from the gun. Looking. It's intercepted. Tyson Campbell, his 2nd of the game, and Minnesota will get the ball back. Oh my heavens. So 3rd and 12. We do have Greg Joseph that can make a kick from this distance. Mahomes from the empty set. He's going to wave Jackson Smith and Jigba. Right to left. Here we go. Snap, Corral. Throws it for JJ. Caught. Hold on to the ball as he goes down to the ground. He does. And JJ, there's the patented JJ point. 1st down, clock runs. And 161 now for JJ. Amos on the tackle. 7:45 left to go. Packers playing for their NFC North life. Dalvin loose up the middle. Dalvin Cook, longest run of the day, down to the 13. And I do believe late here in the 4th quarter, Dalvin be cooking with help from TJ Hawkinson, and it looks like JJ throwing blocks to flank as the best running back in the NFL in terms of yardage today enters the proverbial zone. Mahomes in the gun. Again, he's going to wave in Jigba, motion left to right, outside of Thielen. Gets the snap, gives to Cook. He will run right at the defense, trying to get through them. Maybe that's his problem. Now, he will get 3 yards. It does serve a purpose. Keeps this clock moving, and Minnesota now looking to put this game away. 2nd and 7. Mahomes from the gun. The snap, Corral given. Dalvin lunges forward. I don't think he got it. Nope. 3rd and 1. And, oh boy. So 3rd and 1 now from the 4. Mahomes under center. The whole building knows what's going to happen. It's a run. Dalvin gets the first down, doesn't go into the end zone. And Minnesota, you can wear this thing down to just about the 2-minute warning if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but either way, that's an option. So here we go. Minnesota 31-28 from the 1. 5:18 and counting left to go. Mahomes I formation. It's a QB sneak. He gets in. Touchdown Mahomes. His 5th rushing touchdown, technically, of the season. And he puts his team up 10 pending the kick late. On the backside of Garrett Bradbury, who just re-signed a deal, staying with the team for 4 more years. Oh my heavens. So this to make it a 10-point affair. 5:14 left to go in the game. We get one more pick. You put this game on ice. Snap, spot, kick is away. It's good. What a roller coaster. Tyree Wilson will go down. Rookie left end. 7 yards on what should have been a 2-yard gainer. And now it's a big 3rd and 1. Big 3rd and 1. Press coverage across the board. Minnesota. Rodgers snaps, throws, picked! Tyson Campbell's chunky chicken noodle soup, his 3rd of the game, 2nd of the half, and that could very well be your dagger. It's either going to be Diggs, Campbell, or Johnson coming up to make plays for this team this season and all this franchise. The only problem is Minnesota's backed up within the shadow of their own goalpost here. Dalvin Cook, room to run. Dalvin will get the first down out to the 17, a 12-yard carry. And, oh boy, I think we can officially say it. Dalvin be cooking. Just over 2:50 left to go here. Mahomes in the gun, stomps his right foot, awaiting the snap. Gives the ball to Dalvin. Dalvin, room up the middle. Dalvin sheds a tackle. Dalvin Cook down to the 41. Oh, goodness. And multiple Barus will come across. Adrian Amos will pick up his 7th tackle, but it doesn't matter because Minnesota will, pending any weirdness, win this game. Bouncing the Packers from the playoffs with help and securing the NFC North in Week 15. Oh, my heavens. 2:13 and counting left to go. Mahomes from the gun. Everybody in the building knows what's going to happen. It's Dalvin Cook shedding a tackle. Dalvin Cook spinning out of another one. Dalvin Cook spun down, but not before he gets the first down, and 185 on the day. There is your 2-minute warning. And, oh boy. Oh boy. Now everybody knows what's going to happen here. Dalvin in the single back. We run it out of this formation more times than anybody in the NFL. Jackson Smith and Jigba man in motion. It is the pesky end around. It will serve a purpose. 3 yards and a Packer timeout. So 3 yards, a Packer timeout later. Dalvin still in the proverbial zone. Mahomes from the gun. Stomps his right foot awaiting the snap. Gets it. Gives to Dalvin. Dalvin bounces out the left hip of Bradbury and he'll get the first down. Excuse me, Ezra Cleveland. And with Dalvin's first down now, you just need to get one more. And you win this game. Oh, actually, the Packers have one more timeout. You're done. You can sit on this thing. If you want to troll him, you go for a field goal attempt. Another give. Dalvin looking for room. Oh, big shot. I mean, you got to hold on to that ball. So now the countdown is on. And we'll see what transpires here in the next 147 in this one. Zexy, appreciate it. Mahomes under center. Dalvin behind him in the single back. Gets the snap. Given to Dalvin. Dalvin forces his way through. 3rd and 3 now. You need to get the first. If you don't, you still kick a field goal. Minnesota's going to bring this thing down. You could get it just north of a minute left. Very important. Dalvin gets a first. They seal the deal. Snap. Given. Dalvin. Sidesteps. Cuts in. First down Vikings. That will be the game. Minnesota will climb to 12-2 on the season, putting the Packers out of the playoffs if they get help and securing the NFC North here in week 15 of the season. A hard-fought battle. Really looked bad there for a little bit. 5 picks from Mahomes, but for all intents and purposes, Minnesota will walk away victorious. And let's count it down, shall we? Oh, wait a minute. Guys, not yet. Take that off. Get that out of here. Sorry. Oh, my heavens. How unprofessional. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's grate some cheese, boys. Okay, probably not the best idea. Randy's probably going to get fired, but either way, if I and Kira fine, it is what it is. Tell my pocketbook I'm sorry. Either way, Minnesota, we've said it 3-4 times here towards the end of the broadcast, will bounce the Packers from the playoffs if they get help, but Minnesota locks up the NFC North in week 15. Your 2023-2024 NFC North champions, the Minnesota Vikings. You heard the eruption after the game. The final Gallagher sounds on this one. Minnesota victorious 38-28 and what really should have been a closer game than what it looks like on paper. So either way, Minnesota survives, and let's get into these player stats, get you back to the main screen and figure out what the heck is going to happen week 16. Patrick Mahomes, QB rating of 84.2. He was 46 of 59. Dalvin not able to do much. He had to go to the air. And my heavens, so not a career high, but a season high for Patrick Mahomes. 59 attempts. That was 77% completion percentage. For those of you that did not know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. Oh boy. 489 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a season high 6 picks, but when you throw it more, you have more of an opportunities. And Adrian Amos and company were all over the ball. Patrick Mahomes has had trouble floating in with the sidearm delivery, and they have become very apparent here today. So we escape with a victory, but Mahomes will now have 32 picks and 59 touchdowns on the season. Oh boy. Dalvin Cook, 48 carries, most of them coming in the second half. 213, no touchdowns for Dalvin. Patrick Mahomes, 2 carries for 1 yard and a touchdown. The kneel down at the end of the game kind of negated that yard, so it's 2 carries, no yards, and a touchdown. What a cool looking stat line. And then towards the end of the game, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 1 carry, 3 yards off that pesky end around. My heavens, what a breakout game for rookie wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba. 17 catches, 201, and 2 touchdowns. Is that JJ Jr. I see? Is that Justin Jefferson Smith and Jigba? Time will tell, but it looks good. The last 3 games, and Jigba has had double-digit catches and 100 yards plus. So, in Adam Thielen's final season, he's kind of getting thrown to the third, fourth spot. JJ, 14 catches, 161 and a touchdown. TJ Hawkinson, 5 for 35 and a touch. Adam Thielen, 3 for 27. Targeted a couple times, missed the mark, did Mahomes. A couple more times, rather, so probably 5 targets, 3 catches. Dalvin Cook, 3 for 37. Jelani Woods, 2 for 8. Tyler Harrell, rookie wide receiver, getting involved here. 5th string, 2 for 20. Nobody, and we mean nobody cares about blocking. Going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and Eric Hendricks will lead the team with 9. No double digits tackles for the first time this season for any Vikings defender. Interesting. Harrison Phillips and Tyson Campbell's Chunky Chicken Noodle Soup with 8. Lewis Seen with 6. Owen Papo also had 6. Javon Holland with 5. Johnson Hunter Hicks with 3. Diggs Bradbury with 2. Tackles for loss, we had 6. Harrison Phillips had 3. Mostly coming in that third quarter when we just dominated the Packers. Run game wise, I do believe Aaron Jones only had about 45, 50 yards. Of course, we will fact check here in just a moment. Daniil Hunter with 2, Owen Papo with 1. Sacks, we only had 1, split by Daniil Hunter and Harrison Phillips, but it came at a very important moment. And 5 interceptions today, 3 by Tyson Campbell, 2 by Trayvon Diggs. Looks like he wants to play. Held without a pick for, I want to say, 4 games. Pass deflections, we had 5, 2 by Tyson Campbell, 2 by Caleb Evans, and 1 by Javon Holland. One of the Caleb Evans ones occurred in the end zone as the Packers were trying to come back there late in the game. And my heavens, Caleb Evans having such a season in terms of what a 4th or 5th string corner can be like. With the departure of Trayvon Diggs, look for him to get more playing time next year if we don't franchise tag him. Forced fumbles, we just had 1 by Harrison Phillips on the strip sack, not recovered by the Vikings. No block kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns for your your NFC North champion Minnesota Vikings in this one. Greg Joseph 1 for 1 from 42, 5 for 5 on extra points. Ryan Wright 2 punts, 93, netting 86, one of them being inside the 20. Tyler Harrell, 2 kick returns, 48 yards, longest of 25. Now, well, it's an interesting conundrum at kick return. The kick return game for Tyler Harrell. Is he the answer? Minnesota drafted him. He's one of the fastest wide receivers in the draft and the best rated, kick return guy. But so far, first year, it's not working out. Maybe he just needs a full season. Who knows? We will watch his future with great interest. Punt returns 4 for 18, longest of 9. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings victorious. Pending any help, will bounce the Packers out of the playoffs, and Minnesota Vikings have clinched the NFC North Week 15. The preceding presentation was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. I'm going to get you back to the main screen. Preview Week 16. We'll take a look at what this means for the Vikings moving forward, and take a look at Players of the Week. This has been a Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome back. Not to the main screen. We did mention it in the pregame, or during the game, rather, in the first quarter. Minnesota Vikings have re-signed linebacker Troy Dye to a 2-year deal worth $4.6 million. That'll put him here until he's 28. And he's been such a pivotal role in backing up some of these guys coming in bigger, like 3-4, 3-5 packages. And Minnesota will re-sign him to a 2-year deal. The Minnesota Vikings have released Colin Johnson and Patrick Peterson, freeing up the amount of money to make that re-signing, and are gearing up to offer Trayvon Diggs one last max deal before either trading him or giving the old franchise tag to the best corner in the NFL the last couple seasons in terms of picks. And then, of course, the team, if you haven't heard, DJ Wanham signs to a 4-year, $25 million deal, keeping him here until he's nearly 30. And then CJ Ham will get him through the 2025 season, and he's expected to retire after next season. So there you have it. Minnesota picks up the victory, clinches the NFC North. The NFL is slow about updating these standings until every game is done. There's still games on this afternoon and Monday, and then so you will see it next time we are here with you when we face the worst team in the league, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that should be a W, and we should be 13-2 pending any weirdness on paper. Minnesota Vikings, NFC North champions, and we will get to see the Packers bounced out if we get help from the playoffs. They win 38-28, holding on in what was a nail biter, big roller coaster of emotion of a game. And we are now 12-2 on the season. The rest of the NFC, in terms of the playoff picture, is either 8-6 with the Packers or 8-5. So after the number 1 seed, 8 wins and you're in. And there you have it. So that'll just about wrap things up here on the post-game Randy replay, bidding you all a very, very NFC North champion farewell. You love to win border battle, especially with so much on the line. We'll see you next week against the worst team in the NFL, the Tampa Bay Bucks. And then we finish off the season. 3 away games against the Bucks, the Aints, and the Detroit Lions. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.